Well, we got a little hurricane brewing, heading our way.
Well, here is our storm getting very, very close to Cozumel.
The storm's got it a little crazy. The winds are blowing a little bit, but hey, it is what it is. Same for everybody.
Again, the winds right now, 150 miles per hour, moving northwest at 6 miles per hour.
We've talked about it quite a number of times.
I mean, it seems like everywhere we go, hurricanes are chasing us.
Off and on, we've had a lot of rain already in the Keys.
You know, the guys want to fish.
This is our first time in the top 5 after 3 years of trying.
This is the position as a Category 2, 2 a.m. Monday. That would make landfall in the southwestern sections of Florida.
We're just going to go out and do the best we can.
We don't know what's going to happen.
They're taking this one pretty serious, as you can rightly imagine.
In fact, the latest forecast has it slowing down to finally making its turn later in the weekend, and there's still a wide cone of uncertainty on that eventual landfall.
This is only the second day, mainly because we're trying to get this tournament in before Hurricane Wilma comes to visit. The field was shortened after the first day, and so now we're fishing the final 5.
Wait, yes, baby, yes! They're showing up!
There's one.
Oh my God! Ah, we got you! Oh, my God.
What a day for championship day. A hurricane barreling down from the southwest, no matter. The sun is shining in Clearwater, Florida. 4th stop, final stop of the regular season for the Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup. One more day of fishing to go, and there's a lot of unknowns out there in the water. We'll find out all about that. We've got a big day of competition ahead. Welcome. I'm Tommy Sanders. We're glad you're with us. Great for us to be able to welcome Scott Guthrie once again with the analysis for us. Scott and his partner Rick Murphy won the big event at Lake Charles last time. Congratulations on the big W in the win column. What did it for you guys down there?
It was perfect conditions for Rick and I. We sight fish. We were in shallow, crystal clear water, hydrilla. It was beautiful. Ricky, an expert, pulling me in there just the way it needs to happen so I can catch them easily. A lot of momentum going to the next tournament.
Sorry you didn't make the top 5 here. Great to have you, though, giving us the analysis. What's different about this place? What's peculiar to Clearwater, Florida?
Clearwater, Florida means crystal clear water, but spooky fish. That's the difference. And guys are going to have to approach it differently. Don't chase the fish down on the flat. Anchor down, get off an edge, know the fish are there, let the fish come in with the tide, make long casts. Don't chase them down with a trolling motor.
Big dogfight coming up today among our top 5. Day 1 here at Clearwater was all about the Oh Boy Oberto Team of the Year points. Scott, not nearly as much money involved in that, but as far as pride, as far as importance to these anglers go, it seems to be even bigger.
It is. I mean, it's an indication of where you are in terms of an angler. I mean, the best guys in the world, you look back 20 years from now, it's like the Sitco Angler of the Year on the bass side. Those are the best anglers of that time frame.
Well, let's look how fast they fell out of that Team of the Year race. The Hartzels right here. Greg and Keith Hartzell came into this tournament leading. 3 top 20 finishes, including 4th in Mobile. They come down here to Clearwater. They managed only 1 3.5-pound fish, and they fall all the way out of the top into 7th place, and they weren't the only team to falter. The team from Louisiana, Charlie Thomason, and his partner from Florida, Eric Taylor, would find out too late that the tide would be falling out from under them. Day 1 here in Clearwater. How about Andy Minchowski and Eric Rue faced with the same tidal problems? If they don't catch 2 fish, they're not going to the championship. They're out of the whole thing completely. These guys pulled it off. They got their 2 fish.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Woo. And they would make it into the championship. And who would make the big move of the day?
We came to Florida just hoping to catch 1 fish to help us win the standings for the overall Team of the Year.
Got him. Got him, baby. We are living right, baby!
And we got lucky yesterday and caught 2 good ones. Oh, we had a blast.
You know, this is a dream for us. Guys that compete in these tournaments all their life have dreamed of being in the position we're in today. And so we're just living the dream.
Blaine Fryermuth and Jim Franklin fishing out of Texas. They had a good day today. 13.83 pounds. That sets the benchmark.
Blaine Fryermuth, Jim Franklin of Texas with all the momentum, making the big jump from 5th place all the way into the lead in Oh Boy Oberto Team of the Year points. Also on that list, the Watts brothers. Friday and Latham, they're on a roll. Barton and Barton, hometown team from our championship site down there in South Padre Island. As for our top 5, shooting it out in Clearwater, the DeVaults, father and son team, going to be one favorite. They've made their share of top 5s with the Redfish Cup. Chuck and C.J. Howard, another father and son team from Florida. Friday and Latham in there. We've also got Alan Kaliski and Billy Blackwood from San Antonio, Texas. So here we go, down to our final 5. Will it be one of the father and son teams? Will it be one of the Texas teams? Boy, they'd all love to win this one in Clearwater. We'll get it started when we come back.
I want it real bad, real bad.
The Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup is presented by Frog Togs, keeping the world cool and dry since 1996. And brought to you by Mercury Marine, #1 on the water. And powered by Oh Boy Oberto Beef Jerky. Taste what's real, it better be Oberto.
The Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup. This is event number 4 of our 2006 season. Clearwater, Florida, last stop before the championship. We started with a full field on yesterday. It was supposed to be a 3-day tournament. The threat of Hurricane Wilma has forced cancellation of day 2. They cut the full field down to the top 5, and those top 5 are the ones remaining, ready to battle it out today for the $40,000 first prize. And there's a lot hanging on this tournament.
This is only the second day, mainly because we're trying to get this tournament in before Hurricane Wilma comes to visit.
Well, here is our storm getting very, very close to Cozumel.
A lot of hours spent watching those weather maps during this special season. So many hurricanes this year, so many disruptions to the schedules of these redfish anglers.
Well, we got a little hurricane brewing, heading our way. I'm glad I'm in that big boat, because I'm fixing to head right into the teeth of the hurricane.
It seems like everywhere we go, hurricanes are chasing us, so people don't want to see us coming this year.
Well, it's down in the Yucatan, and hopefully it doesn't get in the Gulf today, so it gives us enough time to get home and board up our houses.
Again, the winds right now, 150 miles per hour, moving northwest at 6 miles per hour.
This is our first time in the top 5 after 3 years of trying.
This is our second trip. We came in second one time. I want it bad. I want to win one. I want it real bad, real bad.
We enjoy fishing with each other. We've been partners for a long, long time. We've talked to a lot of people and they come up and say, I wish I was fishing with my son, or I wish I had that kind of relationship with my son. And I do have that, and I do appreciate that.
You know what? I've been waiting to be in this position every venue we've been to.
It's time to get it on, boys.
Time to go. Time to do the deed.
No more waiting around. Time for pedal to the metal. Let's get this thing started. Show us our playing field, Scott Guthrie.
Well, southwest coast, very vast, got a lot of fishing. Up north, 20-25 miles to Anclote Key, you got guys fishing in the middle, Sarasota, Buttonwood, Miguel Bay, Joe Bay, got guys going all the way down to Charlotte Harbor, 120-mile run each way.
All right, a lot of miles, a lot of gas burned today. The Frog Togs. Weather forecast for our final day, 86 degrees, winds 5 to 10 out of the west, gusting to 15. Hurricane Wilma still way out in the Gulf, but we will see a few bands making their way through today. More cloud cover today. What does that mean for these anglers?
Well, it means if there was sight fishing guys going on, that's shut down. So you're going to have, and I know Danny was fishing down south at Charlotte Harbor on a bar. That wind's blowing right there on the bar. He can come back with 0.
Hey, if you don't got goosebumps right now, come on!
First team we're going to pick up, finding their fishing spot, the DeVaults. Team DeVault, Greg and Bill DeVault from just down the road in Port Richey, Florida. Fishing together all 3 years of Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup competition. And they're headed to Anclote Island. Tell us about this place, Scott.
Well, I like what Greg and Bill are doing here, you know, a little overcast, so the guys are going to set up shop where they know fish are. They got some fast-moving water ripping out, 3 to 4 foot of water. They're going to make some long blind casts, which is how you catch them here.
There's no other sport. I defy you to tell me any other sport where a father and son can compete together at the highest level, yet we're doing it here. Why does it work in this sport? Why is it sometimes preferable to fish with a brother or a father?
Well, I think because they've just done it so many times together, they're so confident. This is 75–80% mental. These guys are as strong mentally as anybody on the tour.
All right, there's that water movement that you're talking about right there. What are the finer points, things to look for in there?
Well, things to look for is how the water's causing a rip, ripping around a point with an edge forming. Fish will line up there for the bait being flown out.
I know he's more than the other, at least 2 of the boats got, because they ain't even fishing yet.
Always good to have a jump on the field. The DeVaults have got it. The 3.5-pound fish. Now over to our other father and son team, Chuck and C.J. Howard, Bradenton, Florida, headed to Long Bar. What about this place?
Long Bar got tons of redfish. You're looking for potholes, throw it past the pothole, drag it on top, drop it in the hole. That's when you get the bite.
You know, it's really a pleasure to get to this point. It's good that you're doing it as a father and son. You know, for me, it's you know, I couldn't call the shot any better. If we used to win it, I mean, that's great. Fishing together with your son is, you know, if we don't win, that's fine too. We just had another good day together.
Got one.
Fish on.
Is it easier to make decisions sometimes than it would be with a partner that just comes from the population in general?
Yeah, I think it would be. I think obviously there's a comfort zone that's there. You've been together forever. I'd love to do it with my dad.
Well, these two guys are definitely loving it. Chuck, former employee of Delta Airlines for many, many years. His son, CJ, of course, a football player in the state of Alabama. Samford University was a linebacker up there, so a lot of pride working both ways with this team.
Now.
Oh, that thing measures.
Whew.
Good
Yes,
job, bud.
He'll measure.
It's a good fish. Nice fish. Yep. That fish will measure.
He's right on the line.
That fish will measure. Yes,
Look
sir.
at that.
Yes, sir.
Let's see what he weighs.
Good big fish, but just on the line. Remember, each of these teams can have 2 fish. They have to be, though, between that slot limit of 18 and 27 inches. Did that one look long to you, Scott?
Yeah, it didn't look long to me, especially on the final day of a tournament. If you want to win a tournament, you've got to push the envelope, and that fish has got to go to the scales.
All right, well, what's the penalty if it is long by the time the weigh-in comes around?
Penalty's long, fish goes out, you're stuck with 1 fish.
All right, the 2 father and son teams on the board first. Remember, we got 5 teams shooting for the $40,000. Will it be one of our father and son teams? Stick around, we're going to find out.
Yes! Yes! Oh, my God.
Call Bob Seeley and see if we can get some additional time for boat repair.
Isn't that amazing, Ken?
Or will the spotlight be taken by our Oh Boy Oberto Team of the Year leaders, Blaine Fryermuth and Jim Franklin? Well, this team has got all the momentum this week. We'll have our first look at them when we come back. Final day, the championship round for our 4th stop of the year on the Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup Series, Clearwater, Florida, and we've got a great battle. 5 teams are left in this competition. Our father and son teams, the DeVaults and the Howards, are the teams on the board. They've got 1 fish each. Of course, each team can have 2 fish. But right now, we're going to take a look at this team from Texas, Kaliski and Blackwood. Alan Kaliski, Billy Blackwood from San Antonio, been fishing together all 3 years of the Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup, headed for a place called Candelisi Island.
Candelisi Island, it's a local favorite spot to fish. It's a big, huge flat, crystal clear water. It's a large flat, got some potholes, can hold a lot of redfish. It's tide dependent.
This looks good right here. All we can do is wait them out, hopefully. They're not gonna show. You got him? Is he decent?
I can't tell yet. I'm gonna try to come down.
Huh?
He'll go in a box is about all. I think he's a decent fish. I'm coming down.
I wonder if we could pass the rod back and forth. Probably could, couldn't we?
Sure.
You want me to hold it while you, or you want, go ahead and fight him up there.
We see some vegetation there. Scott, show us what they're throwing at these fish and tell us how they're working it.
Well, they're making long casts with gold spoons, working it slow through the grass. It'll pull nicely through the grass right there, and they can drop it working in a pothole.
Is the big danger fishing too fast or fishing too slow with this particular technique?
I don't think you can fish too slow. You know, the spoons are weedless. They'll poop through the grass very well. The fish are going to eat it on the drop.
He's short. He's short. Good. Isn't he? Or am I on the wrong line?
No, it's right there. I think he's too long.
No, he's
Turn him over.
He's on.
All right, this is the second time in this young day we've seen this happen, Scott. A fish that's questionable, maybe a little long going in the box. What's going on?
That one's real tight, but I tell you what, if it were me, this is the finals. You got to take it in if you want a chance to win against the best in the world.
Are you assuming other people are doing this as well?
Absolutely. You know they're going to bring in big fish. If you want to win, you got that fish in the boat, roll with it.
Championship day, the day to let it all hang out. Now for our first look at Blaine Fryermuth, Jim Franklin, the guys with all the momentum since they hit town down here in Clearwater.
We're so ready to get some lures in the water, you know, but the funny thing is, it may be 2 or 3 hours before we get our first bite because we're waiting for the tide to fall. But still, that anticipation making that first cast. We're here, baby. All right, let's rock. Okay. We're gonna whack them.
Well, they have every expectation of doing so. Certainly showed this field a thing or two with the largest weight on day 1 of this tournament. These 2 anglers from Texas working well here in Florida.
We work them fast in Texas, make them strike it. These Florida fish don't like that. Everything's slow motion. Drop it in the grass, pull it out. Drop in the grass, pull it out.
Well, part of me says today's not an experiment day. Today's dance with who brung you.
You know, he's exactly right. You hear it time and time again. Stick with your game plan, and they're doing that.
Okay. It's amazing, isn't it? Wasn't that amazing, Cass? Amazing, baby. Oh, yeah. I know when a red hits my dadgum spoon. Everybody ought to know. You ready? Hey, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready.
There he is. That's the start. That's the start. Woo!
Hey,
Okay, baby.
hey, that's one of those square tails.
I know.
Oh, God. This is so fine. Hey, it's one of those 26 inchers that's fat. Okay? Okay. It's beautiful.
Where's that tail there?
607.
Start.
I have a son in the Navy. He's stationed in Hawaii. Well, here's to you guys. J-Ray, I love you. And that's for you and the guys on your ship, man. Thank you for protecting us and our country. All right, let's get another one.
I mean, I have to catch one now.
And now I'm gonna hand you the rod, remember?
Okay.
Now for a look at Mike Friday and Danny Latham. They started actually near Long Bar Key along with Chuck and C.J. Howard. Saw them there, decided to head further south toward Bull and Turtle Bay. When they head farther south, they're closer to home, so that's good for them. But what's bad about that move?
What's bad about that is they're heading closer to the storm. You know, the winds could pick up. I know where Danny's fishing. If it blows on that, he's in trouble.
No, there's fish back there in no name. He's after it. There he is, Mike. Put the power pole down, dude. Cast, 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 cast. Power pole, let's do it if you can. It's a little school, it's a little school, it's a little school. This is a freaking munchkin. Is it gonna be 20 inches with a pinch or 18 with a pinch? 18 with a pinch?
Yeah.
I doubt it, but okay, put it up there. And there's no chance here. Want me to put it up there? Too small.
And there's the win you're talking about right there. Yet they've made this long run. They're probably going to feel obliged to give this place a more than fair trial. Right now, over to Blaine Fryermood and Jim Franklin.
You know what our standing bet is.
Not when we make the finals.
What do you mean not when we make the finals? You know that
I forgot about it.
That the standing bet is whoever catches the biggest fish, the other one
has to do whatever the other one wants.
Right.
Within reason.
Fetch beers.
Yeah.
Massage.
No.
I don't care if you bite. I really don't want you giving me the massage.
No way.
Well, you better do something about
I'll fetch beer for you. Yeah, I'll do that for you.
You better do something about it.
It's coming.
Talk's cheap.
You'll let me troll the motor? There he is. That's him. That's him. It's coming, baby. It's coming.
I gotta keep the pressure on you. I found out.
Oh, yeah. You just lost a bet right there, buddy.
Hey, I'm
That's
supposed to wear the
7 pounder
cast.
right there.
Oh, baby, don't. God, I love you. Don't you lose that fish. I'll whip you in. Easy now. You get that sucker up there. Woo! Lord, please let us land this fish.
He's too big.
Look how he's fighting.
No, he's not. I don't care. He's not too big. He's not too big. I saw the fish. The fish is right. Oh, my God. Way too big.
That's what I thought.
Let me tell you.
Too big.
He's a square tail.
Yeah, out to about 30 inches. Take him back.
Hey,
take him back.
I'm gonna tell you, this is gonna be a lot closer than you think, son. And he is mucho
fat.
fat.
Fat. Yeah, 28.5.
It's all right. You gotta go catch it, right? Hey, it only counts as if it's a keeper. You're still my slave. Are we sure we measured it right?
You're dingy. Come on, don't jack with me.
Hey, go tell your buddies. You hear me? Looking at me? Go tell your buddies, your little buddies, just a little smaller. Your little brother.
Just a little bit too big for Fryermood and Franklin. As a result, they're still sitting in third place. It's Chuck and C.J. Howard still with the lead, but it is still early. Plenty of time left. Chuck and C.J. Howard, when we come back, we'll find some technical difficulties they take away from their fishing concentration, so stay with us.
Oh, you know what? Here's my problem. There we go. Does that look like it?
The Oberto Redfish Cup, 4th event of the year, Clearwater, Florida. This is the final day, championship day. 5 anglers left in this thing, shooting for the $40,000 first prize. Chuck and C.J. Howard are in the lead. Tommy Sanders along with Scott Guthrie. And we've seen already 2 teams that have questionable fish in the boat, fish that could be over the slot limit a little bit, over 27 inches. What's going to happen during the day with these long fish?
Well, they're going to have to watch their fish. The only X factor for them, I'd bring those fish in. The only X factor is if one of those fish goes belly up, it's going to go too long.
All right, we'll see how that turns out. Now to our Team of the Year leaders, Fryermood and Franklin.
What we do have going for us, they're not going to be able to sight cast today like they did yesterday. All this cloud cover. They might, depending on where they were. Sure can't see them right here right now.
Blaine Fryermood and Jim Franklin of Texas fishing the same spot they fished on day 1. Shared it with the Watts brothers. The Watts brothers, of course, are 2003 Oberto Team of the Year and Redfish Cup champions. The place is Miguel Bay. What made it pay for these guys?
Well, I think the fact that they located good fish, but the biggest key is they did it right. They didn't go in there like gangbusters. They sat back, made some long casts, were patient. These guys got so much confidence, and that's what's made them do so well.
All right, patience, the key so far. Of course, we all know sometimes it's a little more hard to have patience on a day when there's $40,000 dangling in front of your face, so we'll keep a close eye on this pair.
What do you think, baby?
I knew you'd get one.
It's a little bit better.
I'm going to slap you. Go handle your fish.
It's a little bit better. All right, it's probably about 3.5 pounds. Look at that. Ooh, that's a lucky deal. 4-spotter.
Fryermood and Franklin taking over the lead now. 2 fish, 9 pounds. Excellent position, especially when you consider that now they can cull. They can catch a larger fish, get rid of their smaller one, upgrade the size of their catch. Scott Guthrie, we have some great maps of this area those 2 guys are fishing. Critical Bayou. I know you're anxious to tell us what's special about this place.
Well, this place is special because it holds a lot of fish. Critical Bayou. It's got some deep water in the back, as you can see by the dark impressions there. It's got a bar out in front. So what you've got to do is, at low tide, all the water dumps out, but the fish stay in behind the bar. You're going to position yourself outside, power pole down, let the tide push you in, be patient. You just need 2 bites here.
Patience is what you told us last week. Even though the tide may come in, even though you can get closer, doesn't mean you should, because the fish are kind of spooky in this part of the world.
They are. We've been talking about that a lot, but I'll tell you what, this is a fantastic place to fish. But you add in the pressure of 100 teams coming over here pre-fishing for a week, all the guys chumming, trying to make a living guiding on the southwest part of the coast. It gets spooky.
Yeah, it's a challenge. Chuck and C.J. Howard are another team that believes in this Critical Bayou area. Let's go to them right now.
Must be broken hose, something like that.
All right, some kind of difficulty with the recirculation device that keeps the redfish alive. Keeping redfish alive is one of the big themes of this sport. Because of conservation-minded anglers, we have redfish stocks that are plentiful in this country, and that's a theme in each and every tournament. Every angler wants a live redfish released at the weigh-in. So we're going to see much of the time for all these teams in just about every tournament devoted to fish care, right, Scott?
Absolutely. The penalties are too severe. You've got all the variables in a fishing tournament are all as equally as important. Catching the fish, maintaining your equipment, and taking care of your fish in the end to keep them alive.
All right, as we watch Chuck and C.J. Howard.
Okay, Chuck, I'll get his head up this one. There you go. All right, not like that other one, but it's the second fish.
That's a good fish.
Right,
That's a good fish. I'll take him.
I will too.
11.5 pounds. That means the Howards are sitting firmly in first place. Now, 13.83 pounds. That was a leading weight on day one, so you have to consider also there's some more room at the top, room for them to upgrade should they catch a bigger fish and cull. Now over to the team of Alan Kaliski and Billy Blackwood, and one of the local stars.
Hey, some people do anything to get on ESPN. Fish.
Man, you're hot again, buddy. That's mine. Play by the law. No, not big at all.
Hey, we'll take him.
But he'll keep.
About 20?
Yeah, probably about 20. How's the other one doing?
He was lonely. Now he's not.
Got his little sister.
Kaliski and Blackwood with success there. They move up into second place, not too far behind our leaders, Chuck and C.J. Howard. This is our final day of competition here at Clearwater. We've only got 5 teams left shooting for that $40,000 first prize. All of these teams, incidentally, have secured their spots in the year-end championship as well. And Chuck and C.J. Howard still working on their live well problem.
Whew. Something just boiled out there after I did the first jerk.
Oh, you know what? There it is. Here's my problem. How do I shut that thing off? There we go. Does that look like it?
Can you fix it?
Oh. Oops. Let's see if we got it.
I hope you do.
MacGyvered it back together. What there?
Little know-how, little technical expertise, always a welcome thing out in the boat. The Howards back in business. Now over to the other father and son team, Bill and Greg DeVault sitting in 4th place. They've only got 1 small redfish in the boat.
Anything we catch between now and 1 or 2 o'clock is all a bonus.
Bill and Greg DeVault, they live right here in the area, and boy, they have made a name for themselves in the sport of red fishing. This is their 3rd top 5 in 3 years on the Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup. 2-time champions, the IFA Redfish Tour Championship. What formidable team. What makes them so special?
The time they put in, simple as that. Greg and Bill, tons of pre-fish time before the off-limits period. We fished 2 and 3 weeks at a time pre-fishing for an area, and they have put in their time. I guarantee that right now.
Has to be a very intimidating thing for all the rest of these anglers to put these 2 anglers in particular on their home waters and then have to shoot at them in a finals of an event like this.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. They're one of the top 5 teams I picked to win this tournament.
I would almost venture to say that that's probably going to keep us out of last place.
$40,000 on the line, a wide open race. Blaine Fryermuth and Jim Franklin, well, they were our hot players coming into this final day, but they haven't figured out yet whether they're competing against the other teams or against themselves.
How come yours always weighs the most?
Yours has the 2 spots.
I don't care. Yours always weigh more.
Well, we're going to find out.
The Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup is brought to you by Motor Guide, Never Stop. Lowrance, we lead, we find, you win. And Berkeley, the edge you need for fishing in the zone.
Clearwater, Florida, the Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup, final regular season event of the year, and it's the final day, championship day. 5 teams out there shooting it out for the $40,000 at stake today. And next week, it's all at stake. Our year-ending season championship, our top 40 points getters throughout the year will be there in South Padre Island, Texas. That is going to be some excitement down there in South Texas. Now out to our leaders here in Clearwater, Chuck and C.J. Howard.
You know, sometimes those grass strikes feel just as good as a fish does. I get excited on those sometimes. Shame when that's what gets you excited anymore, isn't it? Huh?
All right, another hookup for our leaders here. Chuck and C.J. Howard seem to be having a great time out there today. They're not losing their intensity, and they certainly don't want to lose their intensity on this fish. This is an important one, right?
No, they're just relaxed, Tommy, and that's what you got to do in the finals. You know, when you get all the hoopla, the helicopters, the cameras, you got to chill out, relax. They understand this fishery. They're at home. That's another reason they're relaxed. Chuck knows he can go plan A, B, C, D. So he understands this fishery. He's taking the bites as they come. They're doing what they need to do to win this tournament.
We made a lot out of this point today, and it is an important point. Let's talk again about that father and son dynamic. The relaxation you say is important is because you're out there with your dad, a relaxing factor.
Well, yeah, and I think they're relying on each other like you have to do in a partnership. And I think both of them are thinking, hey, this guy's the best fisherman in this country on my boat right now, and they feel confident.
Nice job. Nice job.
Thanks.
Yep, plenty under. He's bigger. He's 6.
He's 6.
I think 6.
We should be around 12, a little around 12 something.
I don't know.
think.
We said that yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday we thought we had more. We probably exaggerate our fish sometime, but isn't that what all fishermen do? Huh?
That's right. Back over to Blaine Fryermood, Jim Franklin. It's getting tight now. One fish for any of the top 4 teams here could move them to the top.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Yeah, baby. Are you my friend again?
I love you. Look, another dual spotted.
26 exactly. 26 exactly.
Now we got any 227?
Oh, I gotta keep fishing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Blaine?
Yes, Jim?
Awesome, brother. What'd you catch him?
I ain't telling you. You're the last person I'm gonna tell where I caught a fish.
Mine weighs the most. Yours
How come yours always weighs the most?
Yours has the 2 spots.
I don't care. You always weigh more.
Well, we're gonna find out.
Okay.
Great job, partner. Great job.
You and me, buddy. That's all what it's about. Just you and me.
Over to Mike Friday and Danny Latham. What a year they have had. A 2nd place last event, Lake Charles, Louisiana. Another top 10 to add to that this year. But today, it's been tough. Today, they're sitting on 0 so far.
You know, the hardest thing to do is to quit fishing when you don't even have a fish in the boat, you know? I mean, it's rough. You just want to keep fishing and keep going until you catch one, and we just don't have time.
For Danny Latham and Mike Friday, well, their big year may have run out of steam on this final day of the regular season. They'd made that decision to make that long run down to the Charlotte Bay area. Closer to home for them, but it didn't pay off. Back to Howard and Howard.
I think we have educated redfish in Florida. I know fishing in Louisiana with some of those Louisiana guys, they didn't even use leaders. They would tie, line to lure. And of course here we're always using, fluorocarbon where they can't see the line and things like that. And so I don't know, maybe they just have dumb redfish or they have uneducated redfish in Louisiana.
CJ and Chuck Howard with the lead so far, but as we mentioned, no one's safe. They need to add to their lead if they want some insurance.
All right.
I saw him come to it. He'd come beeline all the way to Fort.
He beelined over Fort?
Yep. I want to put that pole
That
back
band.
on. Love that sound. Oh, yeah.
Sounds good to CJ and Chuck Howard, the 1-pound lead over Fryermood and Franklin with another nice fish here. They could get in that 13, 14-pound range, and that's where people are looking to get today in Clearwater, right?
Oh, yeah, that's the target for every tournament, although here it's tough, so any double-digit weight could win this tournament.
Hold on.
That's a big fish, Jack.
It's a good fish. Now. Yeah. Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Don't fall.
Yeah, plenty
No
of room on
problem.
that thing. Okay.
You can hear it?
Yeah, I got it.
That slot limit for a legal fish, 18 to 27 inches. That fish is in the slot. That puts the Howards in the driver's seat now with 13 pounds. Now the big question is, can someone catch them? Or is there enough time to catch Chuck and CJ Howard?
This could be it.
Huh?
He's so close. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be just right.
Never give up. Never say die. Shama-lama ding dong!
And it may not be over for the Howards. They may have one more challenge to overcome. Don't go away.
I don't know what to do.
Final event of the regular season for the Oberto Redfish Cup, last day of the year. And $40,000 on the line here at Clearwater, Florida. 5 teams have been out there battling it out. Chuck and C.J. Howard with the lead. A day of disappointment, though, for Bill and Greg DeVault. Hometown favorites, certainly one of the favorites coming into this final day, but for them, disappointment.
Yeah, you live here all your life, and all you need to catch is one fish. You got an hour and a half to do it. You don't think it'd be that hard? It wouldn't be if it didn't matter.
Couldn't believe we couldn't catch one over there, son. Just amazing how this bite's turned off since 9 o'clock.
Never really happened today.
Huh?
Said it never really happened today. I just scraped for what we got. I'm very glad we caught 2 out at the island.
Yes. 3.
3. Well, if you're gonna do your last cast thing now, this is the place to do it.
God. Just once I'd like to be able to say, yeah, last cast I caught that fish.
Last cast, not going to do it for Team DeVault, and their chance at a win on the home waters is slipping away. Over to Blackwood and Kaliski. Remember, they got a fish in the live well that may be too big for the weigh-in.
We're going to remeasure this fish just in case. We don't want to take no chances. He was borderline, and we don't want to take any chances. I'm trying to see where he is now. Well, are you ready? He makes it there, no problem.
As predicted by Scott Guthrie, that fish is going to make the size. Now it looks like their 9.5 pounds is going to stay. Still time for them to upgrade as well. Chuck and C.J. Howard, though, in the lead. Blaine Fryermuth and Jim Franklin trying to catch them from out of second place.
I don't know if he's as big as your other one.
Yeah, he's good.
Huh?
Yeah, he's good.
Okay. Oh, he's pretty.
It's going to be close.
I'm going to power pull down. Let's think. You pretty?
Yeah.
If I hand you the rod and you catch the biggest fish, I don't think I lose the bet.
I don't know, but. Yep, that's going to be all right. It's going to be just right. That's it, bud. That's it. He's there. He's close.
He's long tail. Let's get back here. On the money. Hang on. Let me get it straight.
Squeeze him as hard as you can.
I got him. I got him. He's on the money. That's as hard as you can. Yeah, he's on the money. Throw that fish out.
I want to see it go both sides. Go both sides.
It don't matter.
Yes, it does.
Blaine, trust me. Blaine, I'm never going to put us in jeopardy, okay?
Okay.
Trust me. The fish is right. I'll measure him again for you. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
He's even shorter on that side.
Okay.
All right, get the double tail.
You want to weigh?
Double spot. Yeah. We'll weigh.
How much was that one?
I ain't telling you. I'm going to let Bob tell you. 5 and 6, 5.15.
Okay, what was the other one?
That one, the new one?
Yeah.
The new one's 7 pounds. Never give up. Never say die.
Oh my God.
Cuz been bad-mouthing me all day. I only caught one fish.
Last minute heroics. Fryermuth and Franklin now unofficially tied with Chuck and C.J. Howard for the lead. This one's going to be decided by ounces as time runs out on our teams. They've soon got to head back to the weigh-in.
Okay, Chucker. Let's go here.
Okay.
We're ready to go. Go weigh them in. Let's find out what it's all about. Let's go get us a winner. Oh, everything just went dead on us. Yeah, but
Dad, we don't have any cranking power.
all the times for a thing like this to happen, it has to happen right now. And all they've got to do really is just get back to the weigh-in.
Yeah, I'd hate to see it happen to these guys, but I tell you what, they're going to take a step back, relax, just like they've been doing all day, look at it, fix the problem, get back to those fish.
Cool, calm, and collected. You've complimented them on that all day long. Let's see if they can summon a few more ounces of that and get through this critical moment and make it back to the weigh-in.
Oh, Jimbo, what a deal.
He just might have told me no. I'm not doing that. I'm not catching your fish. But he is a partner. And this is a team. I don't think we're going to come in fifth. I feel good about not coming in fifth. Shama-lama. I remember a song now. Shama-lama ding dong. Shama-lama ding dong. Bad mouth me, I'll put one back. That was kind of a pretty hard slap. Are you really hitting me or was that love kiss?
There she is.
I got it cranked. All right. We have close to what we expected to get. We'd love to have more. You always want more. But we're happy with them. We're real happy with them. Absolutely. And just hope it's going to work.
It may just work out. The Howards back up and running after some anxious moments. They're headed back to the weigh-in. Franklin and Friarmood with their last-minute heroics. They're headed back to the weigh-in as well with high hopes. Which team will have that extra ounce needed to take home the $40,000? Put the win in the win column here at Clearwater. We'll find out when we return.
Trying to make a run at the top spot.
The Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup is presented by Frog Togs, keeping the world cool and dry since 1996. And brought to you by Triton Boats, Triton LTS, the ultimate bay and coastal fishing boat. And powered by Oh Boy Oberto Beef Jerky. Taste what's real, it better be Oberto.
The Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup event in Clearwater, Florida comes to an end all too quickly. It wasn't even supposed to end today, but Mother Nature in the form of a hurricane had the upper hand. Chuck and CJ Howard have put on a masterful display. Will try to become only the second father and son team to win a Redfish Cup event. Or could it be a Texas team has snatched a victory in Florida? Lane Friarmood and Jim Franklin have poured it on today.
Never give up. Never say die.
All right, let's get down to business, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get loud and meet our first team. Number 5 qualifiers, one of 2 Texas teams in the mix. Alan Kaliski and Billy Blackwood out of San Antonio. Bam, 9.54 pounds, just over 9.5 pounds. You sit in first place. Go ahead and take a hot seat on the beautiful Triton LTS 240. All right, let's go ahead and meet our next team out of Naples and Punta Gorda, Florida. Mike Friday and Danny Latham. 5 pounds is what you need for the lead. Uh-oh! Goose egg in bag number 1. Will bag number 2 fare any better? Show me something good, Danny. Hey now! Out of Bradenton, Florida, Chuck and CJ Howard. Nice to have one in your backyard for a change, unless, of course, your backyard is in the crosshairs of the worst storm of the century. A lot of guys made runs in really every possible direction. Did you guys stay close, or did you make a long run here this week?
I'd say it was a medium run. We went back home to Sarasota and Bradenton area, and we had a great day of fishing.
Well, enough said. Let's just get him on the scales and see what that does for you. See if we can shake this thing up. He's reaching in with both hands, and he comes up with a beautiful slot size red at the upper end of the slot. Check this out. Bam! With both barrels. Howard and Howard out of Bradenton with 2 beautiful redfish on the upper end of the slot. 9.55 pounds will give you gentlemen a lead. Let's get them on the scales and see if we put you in the hot seat. But you know what? You got what you need and then some. 13.34 pounds, and Team Howard moves to the top of the leaderboard, claims the top spot with 2 beautiful fish. These guys are the real deal, ladies and gentlemen. Team DeVault. Greg and Bill DeVault out of Port Richey and Newport Richey, Florida. 13:35 will put you on top of the leaderboard, gentlemen. Team DeVault trying to shake it up and take a win here in the hometown. There's one quality fish. We got another good one. We got a good one in there that's going to shake this thing up. Does Dad have the right bite? 13:35 keeps the dreams alive. 10:34, I'm afraid it's no more for the DeVaults. Good effort, though. Congratulations on a great tournament for you guys. Blaine Fryermuth and Jim Franklin out of Texas. Can they knock these guys out? Who you pulling for? The team from Texas, Blaine Fryermuth and Jim Franklin, reaching in for one good fish. Bam! There's number 2. 13:35 will put you guys on top and put 40 grand in your pocket. 13:35. The number comes up, 12.74 pounds. Chuck Howard and CJ Howard, your Clearwater champions.
Good job. All respect goes to Chuck and C.J. Howard. Those guys played the father and son angle to perfection. Wouldn't you agree?
They really did, and I'm just so happy for Chuck Howard. He's been doing this since day one. He and his dad, true pros. They're a threat in any tournament.
All right, and Franklin and Fryermuth, big disappointment for them. They thought they had it in the bag, Scott.
You know what, Tommy? To be honest with you, I would have thought I had it in the bag too. 13 pounds, 3 days in a row, monster weights.
You can't blame them. As we look at the rest of the leaderboard, the DeVaults in third, Kaliski and Blackwood in fourth place, Friday and Latham, another top 5 for those guys. What a fantastic year they have had. Oh boy, Oberto, Team of the Year points. Let's look at this top 10 list. Any of these top 10, any of these teams got a shot at making Team of the Year, or just a few?
I think the top 5 do, and I tell you what, I'd look out for Greg and Brian Watts, and the momentum that Jim and Blaine have going into this tournament, I wouldn't want to fish against them right now.
That's a big thing as well. Notables who didn't qualify. Incredible to think that Cantrell and Bainick, who won at Chalmette, did not make it. Also, our winners from Lake Charles, you guys, Guthrie and Murphy, did not make it. A big disappointment. You got next year to look forward to, though.
We do. Lesson learned, though. You know, every tournament counts. If you have weather come in, you could have a cancellation, the shortened season, the whole leaderboard flip-flopped if you didn't catch a fish in Punta Gorda.
Don't tune out until the season's over. It's never over until it's over. Ours won't be over until next time. What are we looking forward to down in South Padre Island?
South Padre Island, I think weather could be the X factor. It's going to blow like crazy down there that time of year. The water's crystal clear in some places, though. I think we're going to have some big weights down there because the size limit's an inch bigger.
All right, could be the Team of the Year and the champions at season's end, the same team. It's always sweet when that happens. We'll see what happens when we see you next time on the Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup.
This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Become a better angler. Log on to ESPNOutdoors.com.